Video. Some of us like it, and some of us are terrified. Which category do you fall in? Raise your hand if it still scares the bejeebies out of you. You guys, I've been going live for 4 years, and I still get nervous. That's perfectly fine. We are going to have some amazing rock stars on video today, specifically YouTube. You know, after all, you can grow and scale your business using live video and recorded video. Now, here's how you can use it. You can showcase a product. You can showcase your services. You can highlight a testimonial from a recent client. You can show your great personality on video. It comes across much easier than in an email or a text or a DM, right? You can also show statistics if you're trying to teach or train someone, right? You can personalize the heck out of video. So why aren't you using it? Do you want to learn 3 hot tips today on how you can get started or scale up your brand and your business using YouTube? I got to tell you a secret. Don't let anybody else know. I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't optimized it. That's why I invited them on the show, because I need to learn how to optimize YouTube, because I hear you can make money on YouTube. I hear you can get clients. You can actually build your brand. So don't tell anyone else, but I'm really doing this show selfishly because I need their help. That's part of the reason. But you guys, I have 2 guests, not 1, but 2. We have Owen and Theresa they've created the video marketing school that helps you grow and scale your business using YouTube. I've actually enrolled in that school. The problem was I didn't execute. Don't be like Mary. I want you to listen to Owen and Theresa today, and I want you to learn how to grow and scale your business on YouTube. They are amazing. Today, you know, this is bite-sized tips for busy entrepreneurs. What do we do? 3 tips. We're going to be talking about how YouTube works for business owners. Kind of important to know that. 3 steps to get set up. You only need 3? That's awesome. I thought it was a long list. And your 5-point content plan that you need to get started. And Theresa and I were talking backstage before we went live, and she's telling me it's not as expensive as we think. So grab your laptop, your pen, your paper, whatever you need to do, because you're definitely going to want to take some notes on this show. And you guys, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of Bite-Sized Tips for Busy Entrepreneurs, StreamYard. Woo! StreamYard makes it easy to go live by just pushing the go live button. Seriously, folks, it's that easy. You can have up to 10 people in the green room. Right now, there's 3 of us. And you can have multiple people on the screen, 10 people up on the screen. You can brand, you can have intro videos. Wait, intro videos. Let me show you my intro video, and then we're going to bring Theresa and Owen on to talk about YouTube. Oh my gosh, I want to give a big shout out. We've got Tim joining us, Dorothy, Amy. Tim said hi to everyone. Let's bring Theresa and Owen on. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Publish another video. Publish another video, everybody. That's the goal. I got this shirt made to be the perfect height underneath the mic and above my little note. So let's publish publish another video, everybody. Hey, it's so good to be with you, Mary. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting up with us. What you guys don't know, Tim and Dorothy and Amy, it's so good to see you guys. And I look like Mary Rose just got here. Yep. That's my Air 5, by the way. That's it. That's how I say hello. Thank you for letting me dominate your show, by the way.
Yeah, just go for it because you're the expert here.
No, see, that's the thing. This is what you guys don't know is that I'm the expert, but like literally 10 seconds before the show, like nothing was working. Nothing was working. And I'm like, crap. You know, like, but we got it all working. Mary's like, I'm going to go live and you guys just work it out. And sure enough, I got on, but right before. But it's so good to be with you. We have known each other for years, and this is the first time you've ever asked me to do anything with you. And so as I bottle down my anger and frustration with you, I'm so excited to finally be with you and to chat with you.
I'm thrilled to have you. And your wife and I have gotten to know each other recently through some DMs on Facebook. She's sharing some secret recipes with me, which I love. And so I think I reached out to her like, hey, you think you and Owen will be on my show? But yes, Owen, thank you so much for coming on, and Theresa. Owen, that I always have looked up to you.
Yeah.
For several reasons. One, you work with your wife, or maybe I should look up to her.
Yeah. I've been saying for years that my wife is the real brains behind this. I am sort of, Mary Rose says, who is this force of nature? I am a whirlwind. I'm a bull in a china shop. And if it wasn't for my wife, I would be completely uncivilized. So she is that force. She is, I'm the statue of David. She's Michelangelo, and she's carved me out into be this person that you guys love and respect. But my wife is launching a brand new show called The Brave Talk Show. And I got to tell you, this one episode that I've seen is better than anything we have ever done. And I am so excited to finally be able to support her and get behind her and reciprocate. And so for all you gentlemen out there that are married to powerful women, look for those opportunities to put her, in front, because my wife is excellent.
She is. She's amazing. And I'm just thrilled that, because I know how busy you guys are, life and business. Yeah. You have a beautiful family. So I'm always checking out your pictures, and you do inspire me on that family side, working together, building this business together, and your faith. All of that plays into a role. And that's probably another whole show that we should do, family and faith and business. How does that all come together? Yeah. But I'm going to keep us on track, because that's my job as the host. And we're going to talk about all things YouTube. We've got a ton of people coming on. Tim, thanks. Mary Rose, who's this force of nature? Love the morning energy. Lucy's on, the traveling networker. I love that, Lucy. Are we connected? If not, can we please get connected? I love to add savvy business professionals to my network. So Owen, I'm probably the perfect example of someone who knows they should be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Kind of does. She has a YouTube channel. She hasn't done anything with it. So, because why? I think it is going to take too much time. There's 20 million other people doing LinkedIn, how-to LinkedIn videos. I was just telling Theresa before the show, I had looked at someone's LinkedIn thing, and it led me over to YouTube, right? Great marketing. Opt-in goes to YouTube. And then all these how-to videos on LinkedIn came up, and I was like, why should I even do a channel, right? Owen, there's already tons of people doing what I do. Is there space on YouTube if you already see a lot of experts on there? Yeah. Should I even get started?
That's a great question. Theresa, what do you think?
Well, I think the C is much bigger in YouTube. I think that we can easily get afraid when we see that kind of stuff happening in LinkedIn and in Facebook, because we're in these little microcosm networks that are based on our little circles of influence that we've created so far, even if it's fairly big. But it's much bigger, much bigger out in YouTube. And you can actually break out of that network that you're in. And I mean, there's
Theresa, I think you're muted
out there.
Sweetie, your mic's not working. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's make sure that your mic is plugged in and working, and I'll go ahead and answer that question as we're figuring it out. So what Theresa was saying is that YouTube puts you into a bigger network, and that is absolutely true. There are experts on YouTube that you've never even heard of, and that is where you could be, as an expert. Now, I want to go back and approach something else that you said, though, because I know that a lot of us are entrepreneurs, business owners, and you're not trying to get famous per se on YouTube. What you really want is to build your brand and to have people opt into your opt-ins and move, ask you about, working with you. For me, we have a work with us form, and we get that filled out all the time by people we don't know on YouTube. And I think for those of you out there, isn't that what you want? Let me hear from you. And Mary Rose is saying that they did hear you, Theresa.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a weird thing. We'll figure it out as we go. Let me say this though. If you are okay, this is like my maleness. Okay, so be careful here. Like, the moment you say, well, there's other experts out there, then what you should do is close up shop and close your business right now.
Right.
There's no if you're afraid of competition, if you won't compete in a space because there's already someone else, you don't belong in business. And I'm sorry to like hit you with that reality. What it really is a fear. You're really afraid that you'll fail at it. And look, here's the thing. That's a real thing. Like that's where I want to come on board and help you out. But success on YouTube will elevate you farther than LinkedIn video, Facebook video ads, SEO and blog writing, the Chamber of Commerce, the BNI. All of those things are a distant second to success on YouTube. And so, that's
a pretty powerful statement, Owen.
It is.
I just got to interject. That is a powerful statement. You're saying that YouTube is above all those others for generating business.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, okay, I'm dropping everything else and I'm jumping on YouTube then today.
Yeah, and I think that you should. I think that you should. Now, can you guys hear her? Test. Are you there, babe?
Did you hear me say to Owen
yes.
explain himself?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, totally. Here's the thing is that when somebody sees you on Instagram and they love you. They love you. You know what they do? They go tap, tap. That was 0.0001 second of a second. Right now, if they really even love you more to where they're exploding, they might go, awesome video. And then they can't even write you back. Link in bio. You know what I mean? YouTube on Facebook video. Look, guys, I'm a Facebook live streamer. I love Facebook. I use Facebook. But on Facebook, somebody likes you. They watch you for 3 seconds. They put you down. They put the phone down. They move on. On YouTube, the watch time is about 3 times higher. What does watch time mean? It means the amount of minutes a person spends watching you. So if you make a 5-minute video and somebody spends 30 seconds watching you, that is 10x, 20x what their time they're giving you on LinkedIn and Facebook and these other platforms. And so what I want to encourage everyone to do is start to ease off of Facebook and Instagram and these other platforms and start to ease on to YouTube slowly, surely over time. But don't do this thing where you're like, oh, it's too big, I'm not going to do it, because it's the red ocean. Do you know what that means?
No. Right? What's the red ocean? It doesn't sound good.
Facebook is the red ocean. It's where all the fish and all the sharks are eating all the fish. This is bloody water. It's crowded. Okay. But blue ocean, it's called a blue ocean strategy. There's a phenomenal book written a couple years ago called Blue Ocean. Blue ocean is there's nobody out there. It's wide open ocean. That's YouTube. YouTube is a place where people are throwing buckets of paint on each other. There's not a lot of yoga experts. There's not a lot of mindset experts there. So you can start building your brand over on YouTube, participate in there's fewer sharks there, and you can grow to be a huge whale.
I'd like to add to that, and even just kind of thinking of the analogy of even just within your own town, thinking of brick and mortar types of shops in your own town. How many Chinese food places are there in your own town? How many Starbucks are on every corner?
Yeah.
Or even just or even competitors to Starbucks.
Yes.
Yes, they're huge. But there's still other coffee shops around. There's still how many, beauty shops are there? You don't see
how many nail shops.
People coming in and saying, well, I'm not gonna start a store in this town because there's already 3 or 4 other stores of the same type of product that I have. No, you make your mark and you angle your business in such a way that people want to come to yours too. And they might go to the other places too, but they come to yours for this and they go over there for that. So the same thing with your content. Owen is not everyone's flavor. There are some people out there who might prefer somebody else who's a little bit less dynamic for their YouTube training. But the people who do love Owen's energy, they go to Owen's channel, right?
Yeah.
Because of his flavor that he brings, and he has a whole other angle that he adds to it. So there's value in it, and I don't think I agree with Owen. There's definitely not a need to be afraid of it. be your authentic you and angle your
I
content.
love it.
You want to come to yours in addition to, or instead of
Yeah.
others.
I love it. So definitely there's space for everyone over on YouTube, and we all teach, train, speak, have a different brand. So I think it's important, right?
Yeah.
Whoops, there we go. So I think it's important that we all realize that. And I'm putting it out there to the world, like YouTube's on my list. Mary Rose, you're watching. Mary Rose is my branding person. I'm going to need a new YouTube banner created with my new brand because we just rebranded. So the LinkedIn bakery still exists, but this year it's Mary Fane Brandt, Connect, Cultivate, Convert.
Love it.
That's where we're going this year. So Mary Rose, add that to our checklist. Thank you guys for everything. I just love this. So I really want to talk next about the three steps to get started. I think that was on the list there. Who wants to take that one? Like, how does a business owner get started?
On YouTube? Well,
yes.
there. First of all, let's talk about the process of getting started. Like, I'm a type of person, I need to wrap my head around something before I can take a step, even into it. And if you guys visit our website at the Video Market, it's about this very topic, but there are 4 big workflows that go into building a YouTube channel for your business. Now, remember, this is designed for entrepreneurs and business owners, right? That's the method that we're going after here. Now, if you are, sort of like a 22-year-old and you're going to prank your buddies on skateboards, that's a different type of strategy. And that's a great thing to do, but it's a different type of strategy. So we're talking specifically to business owners and entrepreneurs. We have worked with hundreds. We have generated millions, multiple millions in revenue. And I personally have been involved in the creation of over 1,000 videos. It's close to 2,000 videos for YouTube. So that's the expertise that has gone into honing out and refining this 4-step process. If you're doing anything outside of these 4 things, you're not being productive on YouTube. Okay.
So give us the 4 steps, because we have Andrea who joined us, said, you may be getting to this. What's the best first step I can take to get started on YouTube?
Great question. It's programming. The first step is the programming step. That is the types of videos you're going to make and what you're going to say in those videos. So developing sort of a video outline or a video structure. We call it a format. We call it an ROS, a run of show. Figuring out what your videos are basically going to look like and feel like. But also, this is very important, what videos are you not going to make? And what things are you not gonna say? This is incredibly important for business owners and entrepreneurs, because what'll happen is you'll get a real estate agent who loves to go mountain biking, and then they'll upload these listing videos, and then they'll upload a GoPro video of them doing a mountain bike thing. And they'll be like, well, I thought my viewers would love to see this. And it's like, dude, no.
So it's not a place where you're going to mix personal and professional. Like what I'm hearing, Owen, is that you're saying stay in your lane, Mary. If you want to be known as the LinkedIn optimizer, right? Yeah. You're going to talk all LinkedIn, all profile, all strategy. I'm not going to throw videos up there of me hiking.
Yeah. Or your kids, and your audience doesn't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the thing. And you give them what they want. Now that's programming. That's the next step is the production workflow. And this is where the magic happens, because we want to put ourselves in an assembly line sort of system, like Henry Ford did, right? Like, or even the great Hershey bar company, right? Like they mastered the recipe of the Hershey bar programming, and then they mass produced it. That's the production workflow. That's getting videos out on a regular basis. And there's 2 components to that. Number 1 is setting up a video creation station, having a place in your business, right, where you've got a camera, you've got a microphone, and maybe a light if you need it. If you have a window in front of you, you should be fine. But, here's the thing. You want to be in a place where an email comes in, and that's like, oh, that would make a great video. So you press record, and you start recording a video, and then boom, you're done. You really don't need to edit. But if you're like me and you can crank out 15, 25 videos a week, easy, then editing is another part of that. And what we do is we recommend that you outsource your editing at Hire Your Editor Now. If you go to Hire Your Editor Now, you can get an editor to edit like 3 days per week, unlimited, for less than $300 a month. Less, folks, less. So, when we talk about editing will cost too much, I would go to Amazon right now and take a look at how much you're spending on garbage every month. Take a look at your bill.
Are you looking at my Amazon account, Owen?
I know.
Did you talk to my husband?
Right? I'm getting an echo. She told me to unmute myself.
I think it's Teresa.
And the other part of Theresa and I are in the same room, so it's hard. It's a little bit more like challenging than if she were just in a different room with StreamYard. And these are these little parts of the production workflow. We've never had a mutual studio before. And so like this is something that we figured it out for Zoom. For StreamYard, we're having some weird things happen.
Oh.
But it's part of figuring it out. You know what I mean? You've got to run through the programming and the production to figure it out. And after that is promotion. And Therese, maybe you want to jump in and talk a little bit about that.
Well, this is just making sure that people are seeing your videos. So, the promotion element can be as simple as promoting it on YouTube itself. So knowing how to write your titles and your thumbnails so that you're attracting people to actually see your videos, but then also breaking, letting people in your networks and your social media networks know about this video as well. So, how you promote it on email, what are the strategies to promote it correctly and efficiently on Facebook and Instagram? A lot of people don't do it right. And so, having those strategies in place so that you're allowing people to come to your YouTube channel, to get used to going to your YouTube channel to see your videos, and that being your place. And that also helps the algorithm on YouTube suggest your videos to more people that are searching for the types of content or just browsing and already looking at content similar to yours. And then YouTube will actually promote your videos as well.
Yeah.
But you got to get the algorithm to understand.
And you got to train your audience to go watch you on YouTube. I know that's something that I have to work on. Quarter 3 and 4 of this year will be YouTube strategies.
That's the strategy here, folks. Like with Facebook. Look, again, I'm on Facebook. I'm not anti-Facebook, but I also know what Facebook is. It's the mall. It's just a place where everyone kind of goes to see, grandkids and memes and news. Like they do everything there. And so it's not like I'm going to go watch Mary's videos on Facebook. That's very, very rare. And you're competing with grandkids and meme videos and all these different things. YouTube is different. At the end of the day, YouTube will show your video to way more people than you could possibly reach on Facebook by sharing it out. It's just the nature of the game. Facebook doesn't allow you out of your own network's network. YouTube is global. So if there's someone in the UK looking up like is Mercury in retrograde, you're going to get that person watching your video. It is impossible on the other social media. It's impossible. They don't work that way.
So are you saying that YouTube has a better reach? Okay.
Yeah, if your programming is right. Like if you make crappy video, and this is what I see like a lot of entrepreneurs doing is like, hey, I made a crappy video with zero effort and then I whined about it the whole time. And then when I promoted it, I didn't really share it with anybody and it didn't work. YouTube sucks. Like, really? Like when you guys, who has kids? You ever ask your kid to do a chore? You know what I mean? Like, I swear my kids use toothpaste to clean the mirror in the bathroom. I don't know. I don't know how that mirror looks worse after they clean. True. But this is what a lot of entrepreneurs do with YouTube is you put like zero effort into it. And then say it didn't work because you almost wanted it not to work so that you wouldn't have to do it. But my thing is give us 90 days. We started with a brand new client who's never done video. In fact, we knew he would be really good on video. And he's like, no, I have a face for radio and a voice that's for TV. Something is like, I hate my voice and I hate my face is what he said. And we said, follow us for 90 days. He is now knocking on the door of 1,000 subscribers and almost 4,000 hours watch time.
You guys are going to get sick of me because I'm going to be jumping over again and getting into YouTube. And I know it's somewhere that I need to practice or, just jump into. So literally you're going to get sick. We've got some questions I want to help people get answered.
Cool.
Mary Rose, because she's all into YouTube now. She's my branding person. So we're going to both jump over on YouTube together. She has a question. If I start again on YouTube and I've rebranded since then, is it best to delete old videos that don't have much views anyway and start a fresh channel? I love this question because I rebranded, but my strategy or my shows are still the same. Yeah. But did she just drop that? There's the big question.
The true answer is it's not going to matter one way or the other. If you feel more comfortable deleting them, then delete them. Here's what we say. We say leaders move forward, never backwards. And so we want you to focus on what's new on your channel as opposed to sort of like, oh, well, what about this video from 10 years ago? Why waste your energy on that? Put your energy into new videos.
I agree. Move forward. Theresa, do you have any comments on
yeah.
So the old channel, the old videos, do I delete it? Do I start over? What's your thoughts?
I think that it would depend on a couple of things. Even if you're rebranding, if your audience is still going to be similar in some way, then I would say continue going because some of those people will still like your new rebranded type of content. If you're talking to a completely different audience, it might be worth looking at starting something new. But I think it would depend on how many subscribers you have. I mean, if you only had 10 subscribers for, topic, or niche X, and now you want to switch to niche Y, but it's only 10, well,
So there's some other things to think about. How many subscribers?
I think that you really nailed it, though. I forgot it. I assumed it's you're trying to reach local business owners and you rebrand and you're still trying to reach local business owners. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
it. But you go from being a pregnancy or a pregnancy coach to a real estate agent, start a whole new channel.
Okay. So we have someone else, Andrea said, can you go back to the production workflow? You said it was 2 parts, assembly and something else.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So it's creating a video creation station. So getting the videos filmed and then getting the videos edited, getting the videos, in a place where they're ready to view. And if you guys are good on air, if you can answer a question, it's kind of like the beginning's rough and the ending's rough, but the middle is rock on. Just upload that video to YouTube and then use the YouTube trimming tool to trim off the beginning and trim off the end. Here's the big kind of lie of YouTube is that everybody wants an Academy Award-winning film. It's not true. Now, I do think that adding some flair will give you a competitive advantage, but
what do you mean by flair?
We use you see this lower third down here where it says Andrea Yakub, right? That's flair. It's called an overlay. Okay. It's a lower third. Not everybody knows how to do it. They may not know how easy it is to do in Restream or the software we're using now. But it's easy to do if you know how to do it, right? So look at this ticker, super cool. If you can do those things, do them. If you can't, then don't, right? Here's the thing. Let's say that I'm a guy and my bathroom sink is leaking and it's water everywhere. Kids are falling, you know what I mean? We've got a guy in a cast, because he slipped in the bathroom. I don't care about your special video editing skills. I just want to know how to stop a bathroom sink from leaking. If I'm trying to leave California because of, the situation there, I don't care about your flow wash bang editor charged $3,000 to finish this. What I care about is how to move out of California, right? I care about the thing I'm searching for. So deliver the content, and then as you start making money, because here's the thing, you should be making money. As you start getting leads, it's going to pay for your whole year. One good deal is going to pay for your whole year on YouTube, right? So focus on great content, so those are the 2 parts is getting it into the camera and then getting it from the camera into YouTube, right? And then that leads you into promotion where you share the video. And then finally, step 4, which is progress, right? So it's programming, production, promotion, and progress, measuring analytics and seeing what worked and what didn't work. That is where you should be spending most of your YouTube time per week. I say that kind of weirdly, I guess. But like, here's how I'll say. Outside of shooting the video, you should be looking at your analytics. You're at the doctor's office, like in the waiting room, look at the analytics. You're on the subway, look at the analytics.
Okay, well, let's talk about that because not everyone will understand where to find that. Is that on YouTube or do you use a third party?
Yeah. YouTube gives you everything.
So you don't have to do a third party app or program to get your analytics on YouTube.
You can. There are lots of different apps. Like we use, I think it's get2buddynow.com. And we use that all the time, but we use that more in the programming phase. So what TubeBuddy does is it gives us the ability to see what words and terms have the most traffic. So as we pick an idea, we run it through TubeBuddy, look at how much volume is on that term, and then we decide on what the video is going to sound like. But YouTube gives you more analytics than you would ever know what to do with. What we recommend is you start with a very small number of analytics. The only 3 things that matter in the beginning, only 3 things that matter is click-through rate, watch time, and traffic sources. Notice I did not say views because they don't mean anything when you first start.
What is a view on YouTube? Because I know what a view is on LinkedIn. It's 3 seconds. So on YouTube, what is a view? What is
30 seconds, or so it's already 10 times as valuable, or a user-generated click. And I don't do that to knock LinkedIn video. We're developing a whole LinkedIn strategy. I already stream once a week on LinkedIn, but I also want the audience to know, like, there's no such thing as LinkedIn is better than YouTube. That is a farce. It is a farce, guys. YouTube is like Netflix. It is in a whole different
ball. You can sit and binge watch. You go to Mary's channel. I do one video. They love it, right? Then they'll be like, oh, wait, she's going to talk about how to do this on LinkedIn. And I get what you're saying. Like, I agree.
LinkedIn rad. I love LinkedIn. It's not in the same ballpark as YouTube is what we're saying.
What Owen often teaches is a more of a YouTube first approach.
Yeah.
So, think YouTube first when it comes to your main content. And then because a lot of people will do it the other way. It's like LinkedIn first, Facebook first, and then, and then I'll repurpose it over to YouTube. Don't do it that way. It's
that's one of the questions. That's so funny.
Out to your LinkedIn and your Facebook and so forth as a way to connect more personally with your followers, because there's much more of that social aspect to it that you can use to supplement, your evergreen delivery of your content on YouTube.
That was one of the questions, repurposing, where do you start? Which channel? This has been so great. We could probably sit and talk for like 2 hours on just YouTube. I mean, I know we're just scratching the tip of the iceberg here. Do we need to go over the 5-point content plan? I know we went over all the stages, or, we've got production. Wait, I can't even remember the 3 stages.
Let's talk about the great video formula, because that I think is real actionable, and it gives everybody a starting point. So look, I'm an educator, and when you see a child, a teacher, like our child's second grade teacher is very passionate about my Benjamin's reading, and it's not quite at the level it should be. So like, she calls us and she expresses concern about his reading level. I think some parents might get insulted. Like, how dare you say that my kid can't read, and I get that. On the other hand, there's like us that's like, okay, we're deeply concerned. What can we do? What can we do to get his reading level up? I get really concerned when I see business owners spending all of this time and effort on non-YouTube video activities. YouTube needs to be your primary video focus, and then it trickles down to social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Square videos, Facebook videos, repurpose, those type of things. So if I come off as ultra passionate,
you are.
If I can,
but that's what I love about you, because you know what? I just want to say, you are ultra passionate and energized when it comes to YouTube. And Owen, I love that about you. And that is why we get along, because you are so passionate and knowledgeable and fun. And so my mind is sitting here going, oh, snap. It's time for me to jump over and do YouTube, right? Let's bring Theresa back over here. It's time to bring you know, to really jump over and focus more on YouTube and then, you know, put that over on LinkedIn.
And that's what I want to
said that.
So you know, but it's good. It's good. And so if anyone who's like, man, this guy's just like trashing, I don't mean to. I just like, I know I've seen it. I see the money difference between YouTube and the other platforms. So what do you do now? You're going to make video. And this is true, whether you're making video on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube, you've got to be able to spit out an entire video in 15 minutes. Think about it. If you make a 5-minute video, it should take 15 minutes. And even that is 10 extra minutes of footage you got to cut out. Think about that.
Quick question. I know people are going to ask this. On YouTube, it's a different type of video that people are searching for. The I feel, correct me, the how to, because when my husband doesn't know how to do something, I'm like, go to YouTube or Google it. Literally, that's what I tell him. Like, we got kayak racks for the top of the car, the dual ones, because we have 2 kayaks. He's like, it doesn't come with instructions. I'm like, go to YouTube. Someone's made a video on how to put those up. So when we're talking about YouTube video, because my videos, I feel, are usually interview or information or teaching and training.
Yeah.
So that's what people are searching for over on YouTube. But here's my question. How long should the video be?
Yeah, it's a great question. It should be as long as it needs to be and not a second longer. Okay. You know, and that's really, that's kind of the philosophical answer. I'll give you a hard answer, which is like 3 to 5 minutes. But even that 3 to 5 minutes is like, that's how long it should be now. As you can get someone watching 50, 60% of that, then maybe move it up to.
Okay, so we should start with shorter videos as we build up our watch time and our audience. Then you can start creating longer videos, but don't start with a 30-minute video is what you're telling me.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like no one's interested. Like nobody wants to hear, like give me the fast answer. You can always go back and remake it longer. Your most successful video this year, you can remake it next year. So it's never like one and done, you know, and here's the thing, you should also go live from your desktop just like this. And so Mary, for you, like adding this streamed, I see you're already streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
Adding short form content to your YouTube channel where you're already streaming is like gasoline. It's fuel to that fire. You're going to see you'll see faster growth than others will. Everyone should be live streaming on YouTube. And why not multi-stream? Why not go on LinkedIn and Facebook and the other platforms as well? So that's a good idea.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So many ideas. And I know Mary Rose is going to tell me, Mary, you could only take on so many projects at once because we're still finishing up the rebranding. But definitely YouTube is on the second half of the year for me to like really dive in and really learn from you guys, you know, learn more from you guys of what strategies I need to do. But this has been amazing. We've had so many great questions. Hey, you guys, if you're watching the replay, do me a favor, hashtag replay. And type in your questions and comments because the 3 of us promise to go back and answer any questions or comments that you might have during, if you're watching the replay. I want to make sure that you realize that we do go back and check. And if you do hashtag replay, that we'll know that, oh, this is someone that wasn't on the live. So we need to, interact, answer those questions. Theresa, do you want to unmute yourself and come back in? Do we have any? I mean, we've gone over our time by a little bit.
I'm happy to. Do you hear me now that I unmuted myself and not using that same microphone? Okay. So, going back to what Owen was saying about the great video format, I think it's really helpful because 2 reasons. One, it reduces actually editing because if you have a structure, knowing of how you're going to say it and you have it memorized, you just know this acronym that Owen's going to share with you, you're able to spit out what you need to say much more easily. And there's less kind of rabbit trailing and ums and ohs and what do I talk about next? And it doesn't have to feel as scripted. Like a lot of people, I think, feel like they have to write everything out and then read it. And then it's like nervous because I didn't say it exactly the way. Just understand the format and authentically give that information. You're the expert. So just talk, but just follow that structure. And if you do it really well, I mean, you really won't have to cut out a whole lot. Just know, obviously, how long you're speaking for if you're wanting to try to keep that video down to 5 minutes. So, we teach the great video format. We do have a free download. So anybody who does want to use that, they can go to ROS template, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah. I'm going to put it in right now.
getmyROStemplate.com. We have one for live streaming, but we have one that's for YouTube, and it uses the great video format. So Owen, do you want to share what those 5 parts are?
No, go get the free guide. And here's what the free guide will do. The free guide. Look, okay. So when I first started, I wrote these because I don't know if you guys know the story, but like I was diagnosed with a very aggressive and deadly cancer 5 years ago. And through the use of good medicine and the grace of God, we were able to beat that down. But I spent all of those months at chemotherapy, watching YouTube videos, watching infomercials, watching sales. This is like 6-7 years ago, and learning the formula for making great video. Now, I already had a college degree on the subject, but I wanted to know about web video. You know what I mean? So guys, that's how we developed the ROS format for YouTube. Go to getmyrostemplate.com and download it. And then when you download it, tape it out and tape it on your wall. Because here's the idea. There's 5 steps, GREAT. And when you know those 5 steps, like G is grab attention, right? So when you know your video is about how to get leads on LinkedIn, so you go, okay, how to get leads on LinkedIn. What's my G statement? Then what's your R statement? You know, E, A, and T. This enables you to crank out a 5-minute video in 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to take that challenge right here, you guys. I'm going to go, I have that already, but I'm going to go find it. I'm going to print it out. And you know what? I'm going to test it.
Oh,
okay. So I'm going to take that challenge. I'm going to test it out today. Because I'm all dressed, as Theresa and I were talking, for women. Like, we have to get camera ready. Owen like puts on a t-shirt. Maybe some gel in his hair.
This is painted on my body. This, you know, look, here's the thing. I actually didn't we talk about how long it takes me to get ready for video? Because I'm sort of like Owen video. But here's the thing. If you're thinking about video as an all day or a half day, or I need to schedule time, like you're thinking about it wrong, right? It's your morning time. So for me, from like 6 to 8 is my morning time. I look at my emails. If there's a great email, great question, I freaking press record and I record my video. You know, I got 3
Oh my gosh, I just got one of those. Literally, it's in my email box.
I get 3 videos done before breakfast. And you know, like that's the thing, is when you know like how to do it, when you recognize Andrea and everybody else and Lucy, like how talented you are, you put your expertise on video, bam, boom, ba-ding, you're done, move on with your day.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping up. I'm going to make sure all the links are in there. You know, you've got the video marketing school. We've got the Get My
ROS.
Oh, ROS template. I'm dyslexic, so trying to read something like that, my brain goes, it goes off. I'm trying to make a word out of it.
I love it.
So you guys, thank you so much. You guys are like amazing. I would just love to do this all the time. Can I just keep interviewing you guys?
I know, right? Again, totally.
Theresa and I could talk about how to get ready in 5 minutes to be on camera, right? We have some secrets, some makeup secrets.
I am a huge dominant force. I am a bull in a china shop. I love the idea of having Theresa come back on and share the things that she doesn't agree with everything I'm talking about. Like, and I want you guys to know that there are different strokes for different folks. And so, like, I think that sharing her insight, she's building a video podcast. She is working with one of the country's biggest non-Hollywood producers right now on that podcast. Like, my wife is a wealth.
Theresa and I, we're going to do another show because there's some other topics that I want to talk about that are still relatable to business owners, entrepreneurs, you know. So I think that we will do another show. Me and you, girl. We're going to dominate. Owen can talk a lot, but so can we.
It'll be the 2 prettiest ladies on the web. It'll be the best show ever.
Yeah. Okay. So Theresa, I want to make sure you're unmuted because we are going to wrap up with this or that. If you guys haven't seen my shows this year, I started something fun at the end so we can get to know our guests. So I'm going to say 2 words. And I want you guys to pick one. You can't add a third. There's not a third option. I'm not going to embarrass you. There's nothing about red bathing suits, Owen. I did have to show that video to my husband.
It's a good one.
He was cracking up. Okay, I'm just going to do like 6 of these. Okay, and this is going to be interesting. We're going to start with flip-flops or boots.
Boots.
Owen?
Oh, we can't.
No, it's called this or that.
I know we can't both have our mics on though. Okay, so or I thought we could. Flip-flops for sure.
Right, me too.
My wife.
Okay, next one is pizza or tacos.
Tacos.
I would have like a dairy-free, meat-free version of tacos and a low-carb tortilla.
I knew there was going to be a special answer on that one. Okay, country or rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Yeah, rock for sure. But even more so, no thirds.
No thirds. Owen, you have to play by the rules.
How about rock with a hip-hop edge to it?
Ooh,
I'm
interesting.
like way into rap. I'm like way a gangster rap guy.
You and
I am
Stephanie.
too. We both love rap.
What? Get the front door. Things I learn about my guests. Okay, this one I think will be easy. Let's see. Beaches or mountains?
Well, I moved to Utah, so the answer has to be mountains.
Does it?
But I think that her heart is my heart is mountains. Always has been. Born and raised in California. But I think my wife is more the beach. Like if you're talking about your true love.
True love.
I did leave my true love for Utah, but I love mountains too. And if I had it my way, I'd have both.
Great question.
I'm a beach girl. That's why San Diego, you have the mountains. You can go hiking not too far. Okay, baseball or football? You have to pick one.
The halftime show.
Can I watch the commercials?
Yeah.
Super Bowl commercials. Super Bowl commercials. You know, like it's so funny because we both enjoy playing sports. We do. But like my kids, we're not allowed to play football because of head injuries. Baseball, no way are we
dedicating 7 days a week
to baseball practice. You know what I mean?
And I can't see very well. So watching a baseball game is so boring. I don't know where the ball is.
Okay, I've got 2 more, you guys. Movies or a nap? Which would you rather do?
Movies.
Wait, I missed it. What did you ask?
Movies or a nap? Which would you rather have in the afternoon? Watch a movie, take a nap.
Oh gosh, that's hard.
Totally.
I think a nap. Yeah.
Okay.
When it's a nap every time I turn on a movie. Every time I turn on a movie, she.
Well, if it's a war movie or a movie
Teresa,
like The Ring,
all good wives go
5
to
hours
sleep.
long, yes, I will fall asleep. I can't last.
Joe, my husband turns on a movie and I'm like, night, night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he wants me to go to sleep, if it's time for me to go to sleep, he'll say, let me turn on a movie. I'm like, thank you. Okay, last one, mini golf or real golf?
Real golf.
Yes.
I love mini golf because I love real golf. Yeah, absolutely. Golf is awesome.
I didn't know you guys golf. I say I'm a golfer. I'm still learning, but
well,
yes,
I have golf clubs. Yeah.
I have been golfing.
And then a tragic thing happened, and he hasn't really gone golfing much since.
I got
you
all
beat him. You beat him.
No, I went golfing and I on hole 1, my 4 front teeth were knocked out with a golf ball.
What?
Yeah. So these are all. In
fact, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, like this. It's like the video is called "This Golf Ball Hit Me in the Face" or something like that. To this day, look at my smile.
It's perfect.
No, see that? It dips down. It's my swollen lip. I actually have to tuck the lip in.
What?
To get the full smile. So it's.
And he does lip exercises to make sure that the lip doesn't stick before he goes live.
Otherwise, lisp in the video. Yeah, it's like a whole disability. I'm a victim.
Things that you learn, and yet you would still go golfing after that?
You get back on the horse.
It's just not with those same 4 friends.
Which is actually not true because the wife of one of those friends is actually our social media manager. So, and the other one just spent a week at our house. So actually, it's a funny
accidents happen,
but we're all still very close.
Okay, accidents happen. It's okay. Well, thank you to YouTube rock stars, and Theresa, you're a rock star in my book on your own. I can't wait to talk about having you back on the show. And Owen, you're always welcome to be on my show. I didn't know that you were waiting for that special invitation from me. I was like, oh, he's so busy. He's so busy.
Yeah, and we were busy up until the time of live, but I wouldn't miss the show for the world. Remember, everybody, your most successful video will be the next one you publish. So publish another video all the time.
I wrote this down. The great Owens do a video. So literally, I'm gonna go grab that, and after my next interview that I do, I'm just gonna do a video, 5 minutes. I don't need to think about a 30-minute video. So you guys get started. Jump over to YouTube, grab all the freebies here. And I have to say, if you want help with LinkedIn, optimizing your profile so people stay on your profile and people connect with you, right? It's all about connecting, cultivating, and converting into opportunities, not just clients. I want to expand your mindset, opportunities of brand ambassadors, referrals, collaborations, and of course, clients, because we all want more clients, but there's so much more to that. More than that on LinkedIn. So I'm ready to help you guys. And we just launched VIP intensive days where we get it done in 4 hours for you. Amazing. But we can actually optimize, rebrand your entire profile up, down, backwards, left, right in 4 hours. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll drop a link to sign up for a call to see if you're a good fit for that. So you guys, that's the end of Bite-Sized Tips for Busy Entrepreneurs. We'll see you back here in a couple weeks when we have, what month is this? April? I'm so confused. I think I'm like, the daylight savings time and being in a new state that doesn't, I'm in Arizona now, so it doesn't shift.
Yeah, we're in Utah, and a lot of people we work with are in Arizona, and that shift has been a challenge for us as well.
Yeah, Theresa knows my pain. Okay, you guys, we'll see you back here in a couple weeks. Thank you again. You guys all have a wonderful week, and go record a video.